wish he would have been in the bubble this year, but I mean that wouldn't made much of a difference because they went undefeated anyway.
Doing what he's supposed to do, he's being a team player. He's not the number one option to me.
So I just think that the whole offense should revolve around Anthony Davis. All right, here we are. We back. Welcome to the Tell It How You See It podcast. I got my boy Jarvis Francis.
Let's get it.
This is your host Dante Williams. We're gonna get into this NBA bubble recap show. We got a lot of good topics going on in the NBA right now. A couple good ones going on right now as far as the coaches that just got hired. I got one that just got hired, Doc Rivers, with the Philadelphia 76ers. What you think about that?
Oh, I love the hire. I think this was set up way beyond the I won't say the firing Clippers, but I think they separated. Doc should have been fired years ago from the Clippers. They took his general manager status away, and they let him just be the coach. But I think with Ben Simmons, yeah, he should have been fired at that time. But he has Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. You know, I think he can make a man out of Joel Embiid. So therefore, I think that's where they start, and they'll bring people around these two stars to be great. I really think JJ, they need a shooter.
Ain't got no cap space to bring nobody around.
Yeah, but I think somehow, some way, JJ Redick ends up back on that team.
He gonna have to take a big time pay.
I think he'll take it to go play with Doc.
Yeah.
But think about it. Think about the Orlando connection with Doc and JJ Redick. Think about it. You have Tobias and Jesus Christ.
Now Doc can make Tobias play.
Okay.
We already seen Doc with Tobias with the
think
Clippers.
about Doc,
Yeah, he had them ball.
Tobias, JJ. This is the Orlando Magic reincarnated, but ultimately he has a way better team now. And he has these people. He didn't have Joel Embiid. He didn't have Ben Simmons back then. All he had was Jameer and Dwight. So I think that he can bring this team to the next level. And I think that the Sixers will be competitive in the next 2 years. Very, very competitive. But hey, Jimmy Buckets, Jesus Christ. You let Jimmy Buckets go for nothing. Jimmy Buckets!
I mean, hey, terrible decision making. That's Elton Brand. But yeah, but that I don't think that's a good job. That's not a good job to take. Center, Embiid, eat too many Big Macs. He's just not focused enough for me.
All we need to find him is the right trainer.
But I ain't got time to be following you and be making sure you working out and what you eating. I ain't got time for that. You're a grown man. You're an NBA basketball player. I need you to get it together. And then as far as Ben Simmons, he can't shoot. I love him on defense. But as far as Al Horford and Tobias, they getting paid way too much money. But I think Tobias is gonna be good with Doc Rivers because you already know they work good.
Yeah, but that 39.
Yeah, he getting paid.
Still,
he getting paid $100 million. But
2 years. 2 years. They need to let him go too.
You can't trade him for a box of cookies and you know NBA money guaranteed, so it's gonna be.
Y'all see his bias. That's a Celtics player.
But,
all right.
Oh, I mean, I'm so glad we let him go. I mean, he can't come back now. We don't need him back. Yeah, nah, he too old. But we're gonna move on to the job that the Tyronn Lue position with the Clippers.
I don't like it. I don't feel like Tyronn Lue can change the team. I don't think he can do a better job than Doc Rivers. I think it was just time for a change. And I think the problem with that team out there in Los Angeles, that's not the Lakers, is PG. PG is not Bradley Beal.
You can't trade him.
Yeah, well, you see they've been trying to do something with his deal.
Left on his contract.
Yeah, they're trying to do something where they can try to bring Bradley Beal to Los Angeles. And I think
that would be great, but that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, Tyronn Lue, thank you for giving him a deal. He's an African-American coach. Like, I appreciate that. He deserves to be a coach somewhere, but he doesn't do better than Doc Rivers. What do you think?
All right. Let me tell you what I think. I don't believe in hiring assistant from the coach that you just fired. So you fired Doc Rivers and you got Tyronn Lue. That's his assistant. So why would you? If you want to change the culture of the organization, why not hire Jeff Van Gundy or something? I mean, just go go in a different direction. Hey, we'll see what happens. I mean, Tyronn Lue. I mean,
But do you feel like they're a contender next year? That they win the championship
I gotta go to state
with this coaching hire?
Their second round exit.
Okay. So what did they exit this year?
Second round.
Okay. So does this make them any better? It doesn't make them better. And I agree with you. I don't like that hiring of somebody under somebody's mental, like their leadership. You just fired somebody that, maybe wasn't the right fit for you, but you just hired their assistant. And yes, Tyronn Lue deserves a position as a head coach somewhere. But again, maybe the Pelicans. Not the Clippers. That would have been a good hire for me. A young team that can trust in his leadership and grow from it. I just don't think the Clippers would trust in Tyronn Lue to move them to the next level. That's just me.
They're talking about bringing Chauncey Billups for the lead assistant for Tyronn Lue too. So that'll be good.
Well, I mean, one thing that we'll step in on is I really thought last year that Jason Kidd should have been the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, I mean, for Frankie V.
And Frank Vogel,
the defensive guy.
I think Frank Vogel's the right voice and face.
He definitely the right voice on defense.
And Jason Kidd was the right coach, but I mean, when you have the leadership of Jeannie Buss, all right, Jason Kidd's not the right coach, and the reason I say that is he doesn't respect women.
So he's going to get a job eventually. So if y'all don't give it to him, eventually he's going to go somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, he can go somewhere. I appreciate
He'll get another opportunity. I think he'll get another opportunity.
Jason Kidd was one of my favorite point guards growing up, but, just his history, domestic violence, alcohol, things like that. Like, he shouldn't have been the head coach of the Lakers, and Frank Vogel's the right choice.
I mean, y'all made the right choice, man, because I like Frank Vogel on defense. He's a defensive wizard. I like all his game plans on defense. He took our defense to a whole nother level this year. But we're going to get into the NBA Finals, and we're going to get into the Eastern Conference Finals first, and the Game 6 that we lost. My Celtics, Miami beat us in 6, and they moved on to the NBA Finals to face the NBA Lakers. The LA Lakers in the NBA Finals.
Hey, he didn't say it wrong. They're the NBA Lakers.
The NBA Lakers, that's funny. Game 6, they lost. They won in 6. LA Lakers in 6. So I'll let you cook for a minute.
One thing I think about the Celtics have a great team. There's no denying that. They're going to be hell in a handbasket very soon. But I think what they're struggling with right now is the division of who's the star. Is it Kemba?
Ain't no who's the star. We know who the star is.
Tatum?
We know who the star is.
Is it Jaylen Brown?
No, we know who the star is. The star is Tatum.
And you got
Tatum. Number 2 is Jaylen Brown. Number 3, Kemba. Number 4, Marcus Smart.
And the problem with the fans for the Celtics is they don't even know who the star is. You still
we know who the star is. I'm saying I'll tell you who the star is. What you
still got Gordon Hayward on payroll. When you think about money,
you got 1 year left on his deal.
When you're paying these people this amount of money and the Celtics can't make it happen, what's up with the coach? Is there an issue there?
We just extended Brad. We just extended Brad, and he's a good coach. He got out coached by a couple series, but he's gonna be all right. Brad's not the problem.
The way Brad Stevens getting paid, you don't get out coached. This is the problem. This level of expertise.
Look who you coaching against. You coaching against Spo. You coaching against Nick Nurse. It's some good coaches in the Eastern Conference. That's why I think people like Steve Nash will not work in the Eastern Conference because you got good coaches. You got Budenholzer. Just got some good coaches.
Guys, on this podcast.
And don't go at my boy Brad again, man. Brad's a good coach.
On this podcast today, we're gonna let my family member have his bias. But ultimately, I'm saying
Brad's a good coach.
Brad Stevens cannot make the mistakes he made.
Yeah, he made some mistakes. But he's a good coach. You can't just look at the bubble and just say, okay, he's a good coach. But I'm saying
you have to understand, the Miami Heat shouldn't beat the Celtics. The Miami Heat shouldn't beat the Bucks.
I can't.
But they did go.
Nah, they should have beat the Bucks. I take you went too far with that, but they shouldn't be there. So I see what you're saying on that.
I'm just saying somebody has to take ownership, and who takes ownership in the Celtics organization? Who takes ownership of that loss?
We don't have a coaching problem, I don't think. Because I can't take just the bubble and just say he's a bad coach. I gotta take his whole time he's been with us, and we done been to 3 East Conference championships.
So my question for you is, if this outcome occurs next year, do you keep Brad Stevens, yes or no?
What, East Conference Finals exit?
Yeah.
I can't argue with an East Conference Finals exit. We final. It's final. You still.
Remember, the Lakers tied you guys this year, 17-17.
First, okay.
All right. So we're there.
Okay.
So therefore, if that don't turn you up or that don't get you motivated, you see the right coach, yes or no?
You done started something now. Because 12 of them championships you didn't even get in LA, first of all. And then if you want to go into NBA Finals head to head, you don't even match up against us. We done faced you 12 times, and how many times you done won that? I tell you, don't even worry about it. They done won 3. We done won 9. So we done faced them 12 times in the finals. We done beat them 9 times. So 9-3, that's domination to me. So
we just
gonna move on because you don't want to get into the Celtics versus Lakers talk.
But I want him to understand.
You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that smoke.
That coaching problem might be an issue moving forward.
Ain't no coaching problem. All right, yeah, we're gonna start back with the NBA Finals and the 6-game series. LA Lakers versus Miami Heat. Lakers won the NBA Finals. We're gonna get into the NBA Finals, man, and those and Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat, man, and those 2 triple doubles he had, and those 2 wins, because that was an amazing performance by Jimmy Butler. He took it to a whole nother level, man. He took it to superstar level. He was on All-Star level to me, and then he took it to a whole nother level. He took it to superstar level. He carried them on their back, carried the whole team on his back. But game 1, they had a lot of injuries. You had Dragic go down with an injury, you had Bam go down with an injury, and you had Jimmy go down with an injury. So they was fighting from the beginning, to stay into the series. But the domination of the Lakers took over, and they won in 6, man. But we're gonna get into game 5 and that the Kyrie comments right now, man. The Kyrie Irving comments that just came out about. Well, he was on a recent podcast with Kevin Durant, and he mentioned some stuff about he's glad to be with Kevin Durant, and he's glad to have someone to be able to pass the ball to in the clutch other than him. We're going to get into that as far as Game 5, man. This man still didn't take the shot, LeBron. So he was triple teamed. I understand all that, but I'm gonna need you to take that shot. I don't care if it's 1 on 5. I'm gonna need you to take that shot. Cause you got all the Laker fans in LA going at Danny Green about a 3-pointer, and it shouldn't even be that. You take the shot. You ain't gotta worry about all that. You just take the shot. Just take the shot, please. If it's 1 on 5, I don't care. Take the shot. Go ahead.
I think it's the right basketball move.
Yeah,
and I think that's the
shot.
difference between Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan. Kobe and Jordan are going to take that shot.
1 on 5.
All right, 1 on 5. It doesn't matter. I'm going to drop it. And they would have made this shot. All right? LeBron James passed
it. Ain't no guarantee they would have made it, but at least they would have took it. I just want you to take it.
One of those 2 would have made it.
It's possible. They lost. They missed a lot also. But I'm just glad that they had the ball to take the shot. That's all.
It was 2011, I believe. And there was a game, the Lakers versus the Heat. I remember Dwayne Wade was guarding Kobe Bryant, and he catches the ball on the inbound, and he throws up a floater last second off the backboard, and he wins. That was the dumbest shot I've ever seen. But Kobe took it, and Kobe knew he was going to make it.
Right.
And he ran out the court. And when I see Danny Green take that shot, it was the right basketball move. He kicked it out. Danny Green was wide open.
Why put that pressure on Danny Green?
Yeah, right, but I'm saying
he's only paid $15 million a year.
We brought Danny Green to Los Angeles to make that shot.
Yeah,
but,
you're right.
Things don't come when you want them. And ultimately, it took a few extra days, but we won that championship. When I think about Kyrie making the statements that he made,
you don't think the statements were correct?
They're not correct.
They are correct.
They're not, because when I think about Kyrie,
number facts that right there.
Kyrie will never win another championship.
We ain't talking about that. We talking about the comments.
Kyrie will never win another championship. Him teaming up with Durant.
That's fine. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm with you on that. But I'm talking about the comments as far as in the clutch. I'm taking Kyrie over LeBron any day in the clutch. I'm taking KD over LeBron any day in the clutch.
I don't respect Kyrie. I don't respect the comments. He's not built like that.
Yeah, yo.
They went to Brooklyn. They'll have a first round. They'll have a second round exit.
Stop.
They will.
About the man comments, man. Just look.
It's a different
the man tells
generation.
the truth, man.
They're not built for that.
They not. They gonna be a second round exit next year. I agree with. I agree with you on that.
So therefore, he can talk all he wants to talk. I appreciate it, but ultimately, the lineage of LeBron, and you're talking to somebody who used to hate LeBron. But I started to really think about it. I
still do.
I stopped. I stepped back. And
I would never stop, but you keep going.
Well, I'm just saying, being a black man in America, I think about LeBron. All right, he gives back to his community.
You talking about that off the court?
Hey, I'm not talking about that.
I mean,
well, I am. But I'm just saying, like, he's been to the last 10 finals. Yes, he's only won 4 out of 10. That's nothing.
That's ugly.
That's ugly. I get it. But you know what? At this age, to see how he keeps his body in shape, what he's doing. He's been to these teams, and you know what? He did it for Cleveland. He went back to Cleveland and won a championship in Cleveland.
Who made that shot?
Hey, it doesn't matter who made the shot. But you remember that block? That block was from God. I've never seen a defensive chase down. That's a Tyshawn Prince from Detroit chase down block.
What was bigger?
I've never seen a chase down block.
What was bigger, the shot of the block?
The block for me.
No way in the hell. I'm taking the 3-pointer all day.
You gotta have that 1-2 step back over Steph Curry, and Kyrie hit that, and that's why he deserved that championship.
Kyrie won that championship.
But what Kyrie doesn't understand, he'll never get back.
That's fine.
He don't have that leadership.
He won that one. He the one who won that one. He gets shot. But we can move on though, man. But you want to cook a little bit on your Lakers, man, before we move on? Cause
my Lakers, man, it's a blessing that we won this championship, and I knew we would this year. My struggle is inconsistency throughout the entire year, and you know, I think the bubble helped us a lot because LeBron got a lot of rest that he wouldn't normally get, but he's so focused that I appreciate it. What I struggle with is next year. We did the job. We took care of Kobe. You see the black I have on today because of the Mamba. But ultimately, like, what happens next year? We don't have any money. We're talking about getting Derrick Rose. Is that the right fit for us? Can we win with Derrick Rose? We're going to lose Dwight Howard.
That's an upgrade at point guard.
Yeah, but we're going to lose Dwight Howard.
Yeah,
we're probably going to lose Kuzma.
You might still have Javier.
We might.
You might get Boogie back on a 1-year deal.
But I'm just saying,
it's things you can do to fill that roster, man. Don't worry about it. You gonna fill the roster. It's gonna be full of old guys.
We had to win this year.
Yeah, and it was
we
good.
did.
Took care of
and we executed.
I'm glad y'all did because it ain't no more coming in the future. You already know what time.
I have to regroup. I need some time to think about this.
It's time for the Splash Brothers to go ahead and take over the West once again. You already know what time it is next year.
We'll move on.
You don't want to cook some more on your boys. You don't want a championship, man.
Hey, we won a championship. What can we say?
You don't want to say no more. You good?
Yeah, we did what we supposed to do.
I'm just making sure you get all your time because I mean,
the work is the work.
We're not gonna go into this no more because I hate Laker talk.
The work is the work. We do what we're supposed to do.
Stand purple yellow.
You see what we do, guys? We execute.
All right, man. We're gonna move on. All right. I got a good question for you. Is AD better than Dwayne Wade?
Yes.
All day long. I'm agreeing with you on that. I'm taking Anthony Davis any day over D Wade, man.
That wasn't a question.
Yeah, that's not even a debate. I don't know why these people why is
people are asking this question.
Yeah,
I don't watch TV, so therefore
they actually asking that question like that's not a debate. Like,
guys, you gotta think about it. AD, he a whole small lineup, big lineup, stretch. Questionable about the shots. Questionable about his effort sometimes, but again, when he's locked in, he's unstoppable. He's a 6'10" animal with a nice touch, and he gets to the rim. Injury prone, I do agree, and I thank the Lord he didn't
get
injured.
Both of them injury prone though. D Wade more injury prone than AD.
I agree. If you're talking these two, but ultimately AD over D Wade, very easy.
Yeah, as far as with LeBron, who you think better with LeBron?
I think AD did a better job with LeBron.
I think so also. So we agree.
Because
on
I
both.
think what happened with Dwayne Wade and LeBron is LeBron always kind of figured
that first year D Wade that LeBron got was on. That was a beast.
Yeah, but I think
that D Wade that
LeBron.
was that faced the Dallas Mavericks when they lost. That D Wade was the man.
But I'm just saying, I think the problem with D Wade was that LeBron always felt like, hey, this is his team.
It
and
was.
I'm here.
It was.
Okay.
He was the best player on the team.
Yeah, but I'm saying like LeBron.
And D Wade knew that.
LeBron let AD have that title with LA.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Who was the Finals MVP?
It was LeBron, but ultimately AD.
Who was top two in the NBA in MVP voting this year?
AD what changed the game.
I agree with as far as saying Anthony Davis is a better player than LeBron. I don't agree with you on that. He's your best player. He's selected best player.
Guys, if the ball moves through AD, we always win. But that's a struggle.
Yeah, y'all need to do that next year. You need to start from the beginning doing that next year, man. We'll see where you end up if you start from the beginning of the season doing that. But I'm hearing a lot of Rondo to the Clippers talk. What you think about that?
I hope not. You know, I hate Rondo.
I'm thinking Rondo on the open market could get like a 2-year, $18 million.
Bro, I hate Rajon Rondo. But boy, I've never loved a man so much in the last 3 months. I've never seen somebody play so well. And I said, man, him coming back from injury is the worst thing that could happen for the Lakers. But honestly, it was the best thing. I watched somebody that can't knock down a jump shot shoot amazing from the field. He knocked down every three. He slowed down the pace when we needed to slow down the pace. And I actually seen that Rondo before he had the major injury. I saw the Rondo that had triple-doubles every day. I saw the Rondo that put up 20 and 10 every night from the Celtics in the playoffs. And he played his role.
Playoff Rondo.
Playoff Rondo. He played his role.
Third best player.
Bro, whew, he was way better than PG. Playoff PG. Jesus Christ. Rondo or PG? Who you want?
In the playoffs?
In the playoffs.
It's not even a
Goddamn fucking Rondo.
Yeah, of course.
That's who we want. But what I'm saying is I've watched this man do amazing things. And when you talk about the Lakers having a third star, Kuzma was supposed to be the third star.
Rondo took that spot.
Kuzma wasn't that person.
Nah.
It was Rajon Rondo.
I don't think he'll be on your roster much longer.
And Dante is probably right.
Yeah.
Dante is probably right. But goddamn, thank you, Rajon, thank you.
He about to get paid now, man. A lot of them guys in your roster about to get paid. All them guys on 1-year deals, man. They about to go on this open market, man, and get some money. But we're gonna move on to I gotta go ahead and cook on LeBron, man, and put some respect on his name real quick. I got him moving past Larry Bird and he moved past Shaq on my all-time list. Still not in my top 5, but you know what I mean. He done move past them too. I just rattled off some names for you before I get to LeBron. I'm gonna go Bill Russell. I'm gonna go Jordan. I'm gonna go Kareem. I'm gonna go Kobe. I'm gonna go Magic. I'm gonna go Tim Duncan. Then I'm gonna get to LeBron. So what you think about that?
I can't knock your list. One thing I've learned and I've understood about LeBron is I've hated LeBron my whole life.
I still do.
I hated LeBron for
But
the first time.
I can't help but to give him credit. You know what I mean? When credit is due.
I watched LeBron play. It was 03, 04. It was Orlando Magic. His first preseason game, he played for the Cavs against the Magic. And I remember he jumped from the free throw line and had an up and under layup. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's going to be different. And I've hated him ever since then because I've been the biggest Lakers fan. And I remember 09. It was 09 where the Lakers played the Magic. And honestly, we had Nike commercials. Kobe versus LeBron. We had LeBron. We had the puppets.
He didn't get the job done. He lost to the White.
He didn't get the job done and lost to the Magic. And I've always faulted him for that. And then he ran. He ran to the Heat the year after. And I've always hated LeBron.
He ain't had no choice though, man. They wasn't gonna be no squad around him, man. But I would have stayed with the squad. I mean, I see what you're saying. I would have stayed home.
But guys, what I understood is, I look back at it now, being LeBron's age, he has been a staple in our game. We need to give him his flowers because what we understood or what we learned about Kobe's death is your heroes don't live forever. So you have to understand that when I watch LeBron being 35 years old, the way he cares for his body, the focus he has, even coming and having a horrible game and bouncing back. No, he's not the superhero that Jordan is.
He ain't no dog.
He's not Kobe Bryant.
He ain't no dog. He ain't no
He's not
killer.
gonna go up and shoot the shot off the backboard,
he ain't about
off
to,
the ceiling, and win the
he don't-
game. No,
he don't-
he's not.
yeah.
But you know what he does? From a phenomenal level, he manages the game. He knows who he needs to get going to win the game. And that's what we don't think about. That's what we don't see because we always grew up with superheroes. So therefore, LeBron is very easily top 3 for me. And it's hard to say that because you can tell I'm going to tell you my top 5 in a moment. And LeBron's not on my top 5 matchup wise. But when I look at somebody like LeBron, we'll never see another LeBron.
You talking about body size? And
We'll never see another player like LeBron James. We won't.
I think we'll see plenty of players with better resumes than that.
No, you won't. You know why? Because he will be.
I mean, if you talking about as far as numbers, as far as points and rebounds and assists, and as far as all time numbers, you are correct about that.
This guy's gonna be.
And too many people gonna reach.
He's gonna be the leading point getter, right?
He ain't gonna pass Kareem on them.
He's gonna be the leading.
He's not passing Kareem.
Look, leading point getter. No, he's not a fucking scorer.
He's not passing Kareem, so I don't agree with you on that. But you know what I mean. But as far as some of them numbers he got, them numbers won't be passed. I agree with you on that. But I think it would be
better flowers.
players.
That's all we can do.
I just did, but we're gonna get into we got the all-time starting lineup, man. I want to get into so. Traditional starting lineups. We're going traditional positions, and we're gonna go from point guard all the way to center. And I'm gonna get your center first, and I'm gonna go to my center.
My center is Shaquille O'Neal, the most dominant force of all time. He breaks backboards. He is a freak of all freaks. He is the Q of all Qs.
He the man. He's the man now, but you know what I mean. Ate too many Big Macs, so I'm gonna move on to my center. And my center is the greatest of all time, Bill Russell, my favorite player.
Too little.
6'9", but that's a different era. The guys he was playing against, he dominated his era. He dominated his era. That's all I'm saying. My guy is the best center of all time.
My number 4 is Mr. You trash ass nigga, Kevin Garnett.
I can't argue with Kevin Garnett.
And all time when somebody can yell out from the bench, trash ass nigga, like I love it.
Man,
he's done everything. All right, he's done everything.
Yeah,
and pound straight out.
Yeah, that's the man now. I can't argue with you on KG, man. But my power forward, my starting lineup, I'm gonna take Tim Duncan all day long, man. The greatest power forward of all time. Spurs, 5-time champion. I'm rolling with Timmy D, Mr. Fundamental.
My number 3 is not traditional, and I'm sorry.
It gotta be traditional, man. Nah, it gotta be traditional. Can you? All right. If you gonna mention them, mention a traditional 2 also. That's all I add. And do 2.
My number 2 and 3 are interchangeable. All right, my number 3 is Kobe Bryant. And honestly, he played 3 his last 3 seasons.
Okay.
So therefore, traditionally, I can put him as a 3, but the Mamba's different for me. To see where he came from in regards to his game being high flyer, athletic, and when he became the Black Mamba, when everybody counted him out, his game grew just like Jordan's game did. And it's the same game when you're looking at somebody who's next to Jordan. It's Kobe Bryant.
He right there. Ain't nobody that close.
He studied the closest. And his game became very easy. Where his work ethic was different. I remember them getting beat by the Heat in 2010, and Kobe standing in the gym till 4 in the morning, just shooting. Why is a superstar doing that? Because that's Kobe Bryant. That's the Mamba. And when you think about his last game, his final game, retirement.
When I was 60.
When I was 60. He didn't have nothing in the tank to get him 60.
Nobody go out.
He was averaging 14 points a game that year.
Nobody.
He said, you know what? I'll give you one more show.
Don't nobody walk out the door with 60.
Walked out the door
That was ridiculous. Mamba out.
Mamba out. And just seeing that presence. And it's not about him dying. I would have ranked him here alive. Period. ... Yeah, it sucks. Alright, we're all gonna die. Understand that. But to know that his work ethic was different. He gave everything. The process was the process, and he didn't give a fuck if you cared or you didn't care. I remember the practice of him telling Nick Young, like, you're soft. You're soft. And you need to understand that. And that's what I love about people like Jimmy Butler. They're going to give their all.
You know where you got all that from, though? The master.
I'll take on I'll take 4 scrubs and beat y'all niggas any day of the week.
He probably would.
That's Jimmy Butler's attitude.
Yeah.
He did it in Minnesota. He showed you, and he got shipped out after he did it. Yeah. But I respect it. Yeah, I respect it.
They had no trouble to ship him out eventually. You call him trouble in the locker room, but my boy is the man, though. I love Jimmy Butler.
That's Kobe Bryant-esque.
Oh, yeah. All day long, man. Kobe's the man, but my three is going to be LeBron James, man. He the best 3 ever. I mean, he just passed Larry Bird on my best small forward ever list. He right there. Ain't no small forward ever done did what LeBron did. So LeBron is my 3 all day long.
I cannot Dante on this pick. This pick is a good pick. LeBron is number 3. I have a bias for Kobe Bryant. I have to let y'all know about that. But my number 2 is the greatest of all time. To me, is Michael Jordan. Nobody will ever compare to Michael Jordan. Think about his resume, the rings, what he's done to the game. He changed it. And he was an asshole. It wasn't about being a dog. He was an asshole.
Kobe was too.
Yeah, but he was like Jordan.
Oh no, he was another level asshole.
Another level. Yeah. It didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
Sacrificed his whole life for that because he had a chip on his shoulder, and to dial into that type of assholeness, to be that great. Hey, I don't think anybody else can get to it. I think Kobe was the closest. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That got tremendously close. So that's why I don't want to say, it never happened again.
It's gonna be, but again, if you look at Kobe's stats versus Jordan's, they don't even compete.
They don't.
They don't compare.
But Jordan now, he ain't have Shaq and teammates like Shaq to take the ball away from him and stuff like that.
What I'm saying is Michael Jordan's number 2, and I won't take it away from him.
All right, so let me ask you a question. So, Shaq over Scottie Pippen any day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because he was taking the ball away from Kobe. But we're gonna move on to my 2 guard. My 2 guard is Jordan. I agree with you, man. One of the GOATs. You know what I mean? Greatest of all time, man. Greatest 2 guard of all time. 6-time champion. 6 times Finals MVP. Need I say more? The resume speaks for itself.
Facts.
But go ahead and start the point guard.
Man, this is very tough. I love point guards. I'm a point guard. All right. I think about people like John Stockton. I think about Tim Hardaway. I think about people like Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson. But for me, the point guard of all time is Allen Iverson. He changed the whole NBA. Period. ... I watched him never have a solid team. He played by himself the entire time he was in the NBA. Larry Hughes, Andre Iguodala was his best number 2. Melo, his best number 2. We're talking about people.
Melo, when he was playing with Melo was the best player. So
okay, but I'm just saying, like, you went against the Lakers and your best player was Larry Hughes.
Nah, I don't think Larry Hughes.
Eric Snow.
Yeah, Eric Snow.
He played the Lakers. He played Kobe, Shaq, Glenn Rice, Brian Shaw.
That tell you how weak the East was.
Eldon Campbell. Like, you played those people, and your best player was Larry Hughes, Eric Snow,
your second best player.
Eric Geyer.
Hey man, stop disrespecting these people.
I apologize. Y'all are all great players, but what I'm saying is Allen Iverson did the most. He was the most feared man, pound for pound. 5'10", 5'11", and just giving it to everybody.
I respect him. I ain't gonna take him as my all-time point guard though. I'm gonna take Magic Johnson all day. I don't know how I can't stand the Lakers, but I'm gonna take Magic all day with point guard. How many Lakers I got on my list? Got 2 Lakers on my list. Got 1 Laker on my list.
You sound very biased to like the Lakers.
Huh?
You sound very biased to
I
like the
can't.
Lakers.
I mean, I can't. I really. It's hard for me to pick any Laker on my squad. But you know what I mean. I can't deny Magic. Magic, the best point guard of all time, the 5-time champion, man. Man, they've been to 9 finals, man. 5 and 4 in the finals. Man,
You sound like LeBron. You out here talking trash about LeBron. You doing the same thing Magic doing?
Nah. Magic a whole nother level than LeBron now.
Mm-hmm.
Now Magic is higher on my list than Bron now all day long. But you know what I mean? I know Bron higher on your list than Magic. That don't make no sense to me.
I love
Especially with you
Magic.
being a Laker fan.
The best Laker ever is Kobe Bryant.
I don't know about that, man. That's hard, man. Cause when I see that Laker logo, I think of Magic. I don't think Kobe. I mean, I
Should
think
think Jerry West. He is logo man.
damn loser. And 1 and 9 in the finals. We just gonna move on, man. We're gonna end this episode of Tell It How You See It podcast, man. But I wanna special shout out to the Atlanta Braves, man. We're going to Game 7 tonight, man. We need to get this win, man. Let's go Braves.
Wonder where you are. 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 Wonder where you
digging up resources, hitting deals coming off the E-course. Hitting the booth, I'm killing shit, I ain't having no remorse. Job was pulling up in a gray Porsche. I've been on the track like a racehorse. I was looking for it in the dark. I seen a lot of people get scarred. We was in the cut, you might call it alley. They was smoking midget, we was smoking Cali. I was in the back, then I made a rally. I was in the trap riding on some rallies. This is no cap, I was paying salary. We was moving weight, we was counting calories. We was counting up, trying to make a way quick. Pizza Hut started making plays. Peanut butter good size 8Js. Trying to make money 5-8 ways. I been dying now, I'm flying to Jamaica. White boy party, I done died 8 Jaegers. Fuck that party, I keep my mind on my paper. Fuck that shit, I got the mind of a taker. Fuck that bitch, I got a queen and an acre. BLM, I'm going black like a raider.
wonder where you are. 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 Wonder where you are.
Running, trying to get up on it. Running in the city, running in Saucony. 7-9 running, got a couple ponies. 7-1 money, wrecked it last summer. Going too fast, trying to rake in all these commas. Looking for it, I done dug a couple tunnels. Running workout, I done been a whole runner. Blue flame, we done been some whole stunners. West Atlanta put malice in my mental. Got my apartments looking like Allen Temple. Call my partner, I'm coming back in a rental. Call my lawyer, I got a stack for his dinner. 2 degrees, I got clear communication. 2 degrees, I'm still trapping like I'm baby. Mama clueless, she just happy for a baby. I didn't choose it, the shit just gravitated. I been underground, I been in the basement. I been trying to dig up a large pavement. I be spitting this shit for real, y'all just be spitting y'all shit for entertainment. I ain't got no limit, catch me in a tank. Stack the money up till that bitch faint. Hop on top, then we shoot off like a stop. Free as fuck, tell me where you are.
Wonder where you are. Wonder where you are. Wonder where you are. Wonder where you are. Wonder where you are. Wonder where you are.
Yeah, up there. I ain't have a bus fare. Yeah, now I got a test squad. I can't get enough pounds. I can't do enough math. Tough scene when I seen on the bluff out. All 14 hanging with the rug racks. We all in the huddle asking where the love at. We putting money in hoping that it come back. In our mind it's always combat. In the pain that's where our songs at. In the game we just lucky to come back. Freedom of mind we just lucky to see it. I'm freeing my mind, I'm just lucky to be it. I'm freeing my mind, I gorilla my tree. I gorilla my grind, I'm swinging from trees. Invest in my seeds and options to stop. If it's left up to me, no option to stop. At 73, I'm keeping it stopped. Man, fuck all that shit, I'm dropping the